This style was sent to me by Wig Studio One for this review today. You can find it at Wig Studio One. If you drop below this video, expand the description box, I will attach a direct product link for this style. If you click on that link, it will take you out to the website where you can look at all of the colors and the pricing. You can order directly from there. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. And remember, all Envy styles at Wig Studio One are an automatic 30% off at checkout. Amy is the shortest of the 10 new styles that just released by Envy for summer 2022. It's a short little textured, asymmetrical pixie style cut. As cute as can be. So let's briefly touch on this sparkling champagne. It's been a while since I've seen this color. So sparkling champagne is a mix of gold blondes and a little bit of strawberry blonde in there as well. I'm looking at a medium gold blonde with some pale gold blonde highlighting, but I'm also seeing some strawberry gold blonde in there as well. It almost appears to be a rust color. And then all of that is mixed up on a medium to dark chocolate root. Okay. Now only the 25 standard palette colors by Envy are available on these new styles as of right now. They're brand new shadow shades. When they've expanded all of their rooted colors, they are not available yet on these styles. So maybe that's coming down the road. But this is a nice medium, warm, rooted blonde, sparkling champagne. But let's dig into this new Amy style. Really, really cute number here. When I put it on and started to look at it, it has the structure of a boy cut, kind of a boy cut pixie, which means there's a little bit of fringe, some height, and then it kind of squares off on the ear. It's very sculpted on the ear and the back, which is all true. But I believe that this fringe, this textured fringe, makes it look so feminine, yet so casual, and the fringe really makes this style. That front fringe is about 5 inches. Okay, so on the right-hand side, it's 5 inches, and then it's about 3 inches on the left-hand side. So that's where the asymmetry is coming in. There's about a 4.5 inch nape, and that tapers quickly down into a 1.5 inch nape. So this nape, even though it stays put and it does cover my natural hairline, is a bit short and it's kind of squared off. There's no PC detail there to kind of cover up any of the biological hair. So if you have biological hair, you'll have to know your own hairline to know if this would fit you well. It only weighs about 2.5 ounces, so it doesn't feel at all heavy on my head, and because I am getting a good fit, that really, really helps. This features a lace front and left monofilament side part. We're going to take a look at the inside of the cap here, but I can tell you just in terms of fit, it fits very average. I had to make only a slight adjustment to accommodate a petite average circumference. So I can speak to my own circumference, which is 21.25. One of the details on this style is also that it's been texturized. So they pull, if in real life you had longer biological hair, you stepped into a salon and wanted this cut and you wanted the texturizing, they would shape it up, but then they would razor the ends. And that's what's happening here. So when I first pulled it out of the box without having any specs or anything, I wondered why that kind of looks shaggy towards the ends. And that's because of the texturizing that has been done. There is a pretty thick density on this one. So there's no danger of being able to see through to wefts and things. There's a lot of hair on this, but it is a pixie cut, so it doesn't feel heavy. It's just that it's a nice, lush kind of density. And then there's a lot of permatease on this one as well. So you're going to find permatease all throughout the top around that monofilament and a little bit at the back. Very little to none at all here at the temple, because like I say, it's a tapered, tailored look there. And then none in the back and none at the nape. Okay, so now let's talk about a couple of things here. First of all, I want to get up close on this lace front. So the lace front, it has a little bit of a wider grid to it. It's a very thick material. If you're sensitive, it might be a little bit scratchy. I'm not sensitive to it, so it's fine for me. But you will notice that there's very little highlight taken up to that lace front. So it does give a naughty appearance right there at the lace front, okay? And then it is a little thickly threaded, so I'm not even sure you can see down into the illusion of scalp through that monofilament, but it does give a nice natural indentation. There's no permatease along there, so I do like that for a parting space. Right out of the box, Amy has a very thick, persistent calic right there at the front. Okay, I imagine that is so that it would be very easy for you to style it up and away from the face. This could be super chic with that little black dress and a little dangly earring. Being able to pull it away from the face like this, and it will stay there. It's not going anywhere just because of the amount of permanent crease in there. Okay, but you'll notice that when I first started this video, I had it pulled down a little bit, which is also fine. All I did was take the heat from my hands, pull down some fibers, and then use the heat of my hand to direction the root downward so that it hugs the forehead more. Okay, very easy to do. But again, you're working with a very kind of permanent pressed cowlick there. So anything that you do, you're going to have to really work at it. And then the top pieces can be pieced out around that. So I think that is also a cute look. It would be Here's an inside look at the cap for Envy's Amy. There's that temple to temple lace front. It does extend back into the ear tab beautifully. And then it moves seamlessly back into a left monofilament side part. I do love this very wide parting space. That's about 2.5 to 3 inches, which is very ideal. And the lace front seems to be fairly deep. There's a closed velvet ear tab, nice sturdy stays. And then just a standard velvet nape with strap type adjusters, lots of wefting, and a limited amount of stretch. So I talked about this style being right out of the box. I didn't use any styling. All I did was sort of brush that front down towards the forehead rather than leave it in an up and over style. Let's try with glasses. I'm sure it will be fine. Seems to be fine between the ear and the ear tab for glasses. So I'm just going to manipulate this hair in front of you, see what kind of looks that we can get. I imagine that if you wanted to get very extreme and dramatic, you could use some styling paste to really get some nice edgy lift and looks on this, although I don't think it would take a whole lot. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to check this out at Wig Studio One. All of the links are below this video. Have a great day.